So, my name is Lake Miller. I'm a senior here at the high school, and we did a project on 8th grade introductions. So, real quick, some introductions. Who are we? We are students from Yellow Springs High School as well as the Perry Local schools. Perry Local is a school located in the Cleveland area, and we are all here coming together as part of the Yellow Springs High School Eli Alpha Project, and basically we are students who are trying to work with Perry Local schools as well as Wycliffe schools in order for us to bring project-based learning similar to the structure that we have here at Yellow Springs High School into Perry Local and Wycliffe schools. Melinda, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah. I'm Melinda Kirk. I'm in the 8th grade at Perry Middle School, and I'm in Power of the Pen and basketball outside of school. And this is Gavin, but he's busy right now, and he's in 8th grade also. He goes to Perry, and after school he does STEM and wrestling.
Okay, my name's Katie Peterzak. I'm also in 8th grade at Perry Middle School. I participate in basketball, travel softball, cross country, and student council outside of school.
My name is Eric Paquin. As everyone has already said, I am an 8th grader from Perry Local Schools, and I play soccer.
I'm Brianna Kist. I'm in 8th grade. I go to Perry Middle School, and outside of school, I'm an Irish dancer, and I'm in STEM club.
And like I said, my name is Lake Miller. I'm a senior at Yellow Springs High School. I'm an Eagle Scout, and I'm on the national leadership team for the Scouts for Equality. So, what's the problem? The problem that we found in Perry Local schools, specifically is in Perry Middle School, was that the 8th grade students don't really feel like they're prepared to go into high school. They don't really know what that means to move into the high school, and there's some fear there, and just basic ignorance as to what that school is, just because they have not been taught it.
So how can we change that? We can change this by a series of transition days and meetings allowing us to educate the students and the parents about the transition to high school.
So those transition days that Eric mentioned are going to be composed of two types of educational assemblies. The first type is an all-school mandatory assembly, and the second type would be after-school optional assembly open to parents and students. So when would this actually take place? The presentation during school is going to be happening on January 26th. However, we don't know when the after-school ones are going to take place. There are going to be two of them. They're going to be in the evening. We're not sure when that's going to be. Now, the ones during school is going to be during Perry Local's ice time, which is very similar to the academic lab structure that we have at our high school.
Okay, so some things we plan to, or questions we plan to get answered in this project are on the right side of the screen, and we collected these questions from 8th graders and their actual questions that they wanted to answer.
Yeah, so this list actually allows us to pull from this exact school and say, what do the 8th graders actually need to know? What do they feel like is not being covered? So it's important to note that this is a project in process. Though we had the 7 weeks to complete the project, we decided that this was of the scale where we could not complete a genuine process in those 7 weeks that would be of the scale that we think this project should be. We don't want to make a project incomplete and then not provide those 8th graders with all of the knowledge that we feel that they should have before going into high school. Also, logistically, with administration and booking out the auditorium, it was just a very hard task to make that happen within the 7 weeks, or the 9 weeks. So what still actually needs to be done with our project? Right now we have 6 seniors from the Perry schools who are working on making a presentation answering all of those questions that we had on the right side of the screen. We're going to be finding time for that the 2 evening meetings with the parents. We are going to be planning what the presentation for that meeting is actually going to consist of, and then we are going to have an amazing presentation at the end. So our deadline for this is basically mid-February. Our presentation is, like I said, going to be over that 7 weeks, but it's just important for us to actually make it, a good, successful project. All right, are there any questions on this? Yes.
So the 8th graders that are involved in your project, how much input and how much, authority are they going to have over how this assembly is run? Are they going to be like participating in the facilitation of the assembly, or are they going to be participating on an 8th grade level? Are they going to be with their, their other 8th?
So, great question. So these 8th graders in this presentation are primarily going to be. Why is it not going back to mine?
Do you want it on this question slide or this way they can?
That's fine. Yeah. Melinda, just so you know, you're on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically the 8th graders are going to be sitting in the seats with all of the other 8th graders. The leg up that they have is they know what questions are going to be answered already. They're probably going to have heard the PowerPoint from the seniors already, and they'll know the structure for the meeting. However, the material in it is still going to be beneficial for them to learn. But definitely all of the structure, all the ideas, and a lot of the work is going to come from them. Any other questions? Perfect. Well, thank you guys for listening, and go Alpha. All right, thanks, guys. I'll text you when we finish this project, and I'll see you later, all right?
Bye, Lake.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.